When I close my eyes, instead of meditating for 1 hour, I go on and on sitting. That is also not a wiser use of your resources. If I can achieve something within half hour of my meditation, it's effective meditation. I am utilizing my resources smartly, carefully. More than an hour, it is an abuse. From the purest state, we have degraded to what we are today. From the highest level that we enjoyed as a fresh, new, purest soul to what we are today. When I posed this question to my Guruji, he said, though there was purity, the soul was without any samskars in the beginning. There was individuality in its soul. This individuality created egoism, mine, me, mine, myself. That separated us from rest of the godly kingdom, and we started fomenting new levels of consciousness. Now, the science talks about entropy. One wonders that how this universe is not collapsing. Who is providing this sustenance and preventing it from entropy? Entropy, for those who are not familiar with this in a real sense, entropy is a measure of disintegration, destruction, or destabilization. In the finance world, or in corporate world, or in our individual life, or in a family life, or even for children, where we give them a room and say, my son or my daughter, this is your room, and we keep giving them gifts of books, gifts of toys, gifts of music, gifts of clothes. And children, they are supposed to organize them. They put the clothes at the right place, tapes at the right place, toys at the right place. After taking shower, they throw their socks around, underwears around, clothes around, and poor mother has to fix that thing. Now, if she was not doing it, somebody else will do it if the family is wealthy. Some maids would come and fix. Someone has to do it. Some input is required to organize things. Without this energy input, the system will collapse. We have not been putting inputs at all. We are not even paying attention the way we are degrading as far as thoughts are concerned. And because thoughts are not regulated, our actions are also not soothing and well planned, and the results will be chaotic. So there is no conscious effort on our part in regulating things that we are doing. There is no pre-planning. There is no energy investment from our side in maintaining that purity, maintaining that simplicity, maintaining that naturalness that we all have. So it's a lack of input from our side. Even paying slight attention can change the thing. Well, you see, when you have broader aspects of deities, Lord Krishna in Gita says, I am never free even from 1 minute. If I move myself away from this worldly or the issues related to the universe, even for 1 minute, the whole universe will collapse. So it shows that somebody has to put some input to maintain. See, if a man doesn't have a character, and even if he has risen to very high spiritual level, Lalaji says, take it for granted, he did not even have the air of spirituality as yet. He may think that he has reached very high level, but he has not breathed even a bit of spirituality if the character is at a miss. And what is the character? Character, according to our tradition, is very specific, that not to abuse your resources. It is a generalized thing. See? Now, that has also to do with, for example, if I need to drink water or somebody gives me some food to eat, just because I like to eat Should I hog it beyond my capacity until I vomit? So this goes against resources. If I don't have money and I keep on floundering it from borrowed money, is it a good character? No. I have some resources from within myself. How should I invest my energies? The time. Time is the most precious thing. Lord Krishna in Gita said, Kalosmi, meaning I am time. A person who uses his time wisely has respected the Lord. He has used resources named Lord Krishna wisely, the time. Person who cannot use this resource wisely does not have a good character. It has nothing to do with opposite sex. It can also become part of the opposite sex. If you are going beyond your resources, one must know one's limits. One must know what is my Lakshman Rekha. That is also a matter of character. In Vedas or Upanishads, I am not able to quote exact sloka, but it is said a woman having relationship with more than 2 or 3 persons is immoral. Now, when you talk of this, why our Shastras say more than one? I mean, more than 2 or 3? Because there is a possibility that the woman after marriage may lose her husband and she might end up having a relationship with another person. Should she be considered as a sinner? No. So they left a provision. But flirting with more than 5, I think there is also a shastra of the limits, the Lakshman Rekhas one can have in life. But the character thing which our masters have been talking about, how to utilize your resources masterfully, is a man of character. One who knows this is a man of character. One who has no idea of where to put a limit to my anything in life is a person without character. And how do I know this? When I close my eyes, instead of meditating for 1 hour, I go on and on sitting. That is also not a wiser use of your resources. If I can achieve something within half hour of my meditation, it's effective meditation. I am utilizing my resources smartly, carefully. More than an hour, it is an abuse. Something that you're going to get in a certain time, you're not going to get it just because you meditated for 3 hours or 4 hours. No. But I can remain meditative with my open eyes. That's a different story altogether. So character to us is using your resources wisely. Words are spoken without really understanding the implications of those words that triggers the feelings in the heart of a human being. We have lost the values of feelings and we use words rampantly without understanding the implications. I hate you. Children these days tell their parents, I hate you so much. Do they really understand what they are saying? So unless and until we apply these filters to our minds and hearts, thinking apparatus, the cognitive mind and the perceptive heart generally responds. But these days, the functions have changed. Hearts begins to react. There's a big difference between responses and reactions. Even these things, reactions and responses, which are outgoing, feelings that we perceive, thoughts that we receive and process, they remain without filters. What we eject out in the form of words, our reactions and responses, our body language, they are without filtration. There is no conscious effort unless you are in front of your boss. And there too sometimes you lose your head and snap out at your boss, and next thing you see is you're laid off. These are all consequences of unthinking mind. Mind and heart without filters. Meditation, the heartfulness way of practice is, if not for God, at least it is for human evolution. How we can manage our day-to-day affairs simply by meditating few minutes and fine-tuning our hearts and minds is very, very effective if done sincerely with an authentic feeling. Sincerity is required. When I say God, what sort of a feeling the word God evokes in your heart? What does it make you think in your mind? Use this word God and how you feel in your heart when you recite the word God or O Allah, Parvardigar, Lord Christ, or oh, my beloved Krishna. Does it trigger any feeling in your heart when you recite this word, or even simply remember these words? If they don't create any feelings or trigger any feelings in your heart, it is like saying, your beloved, I love you, without any meaning to it, without any feelings behind those words, and life will pass on empty, without the values. Even once in a lifetime, if you touch your heart, it's enough. Then it becomes the habit. What we require is one touch with the heart, one real good touch. And that is possible only through meditation. There is no other means, there are no other shortcuts, but that has to be correctly be followed. See, you may have the right process, wrong attitude will fail the whole exercise. Right process of marriage, wrong attitude with your spouse, life will suffer. Entire life will go crazy. We have followed the protocol of rituals of marriage, but what about the rest? So attitude does matter a lot, and more so our relationship with our deeper self, with our own self. My words must match my feelings. That's why they say, mean what you say and say what you mean. It has great repercussions, if not towards others, more towards oneself.
The heart often warns us before the mind understands what is wrong. Click on the next video and explore how to recognize its quiet signals.